One, two. There we go. Hey, everybody. Wait for the counter. We reach the end mark and then we'll start. So yeah, hopefully everyone's doing okay. We have a good Sunday. Obviously, we're doing part 2 of the Ethereal Enigma now. I've edited all the Supervive clips. Now I've only got I've still got the Cloudpunk clips that I've done to edit. I've got to do the Cloudpunk clips. And then I've got a bunch of Ethereal Enigma clips from yesterday to do, and I'll probably get a ton more today. I'm going to try and limit what I clip tomorrow, because obviously Wednesday and Thursday, one of those days I'm going to like edit all the clips that I've got, get through the catalogue of them all. So we'll do that. Sorry about that, was my alarm telling me to start the stream. The clip uploaded today, hopefully it works. I've got it to kind of work. There's a QR code you can get, because I've got a special link being a creator for Supervive, and there's a QR code you can use. Where I thought, fuck it, I'm going to use it, because I was editing the clips and then I had the thought, oh, why don't I use the QR code, right? Because not everybody can be asked to type in the code. They've got to look at the clip, open up a separate tab and enter it manually. There might be some people willing to do that, right? But it's just a bit more convenient, right, to be able to scan it with your phone and do it that way. But if you're on PC, you can't do that, right? Unless you get a QR code scanner program or something. So, having the link there is still good to enter it manually, so people can make sure that it's the right link, right? And I kind of got the QR code to work. I didn't want to have the QR be too big, the code be too big, and it obstructs, what's going on the screen. But I don't want it to be too small, so you can't scan it. I got it to work like once, but no matter how much I zoomed in, I just could not get it to work. I don't know why. I just could not get it to work for me. But hopefully, what's done is done. I've already edited the clip, so if it works, I got it to work like once. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna go to this screen now. Yep, I got it to work once. I think maybe I got it to work once. So it does work, but it seems to be very finicky. I don't know if it's just my phone or if it's just the QR code is too small. But then I really zoomed in and there was points where I felt like there's no way it should be able to detect this. So I don't know if it's just... I don't know. I honestly don't know. At least it's not on every clip, because I didn't think to use it until I was like halfway through, I guess, editing the clips or whatever, but at least it's done. But anyway, I've edited all of those Supervive clips now, I'll be uploading those over the next 2 days. No, tomorrow, and I uploaded 1 clip today, and then I've got 2 tomorrow and 2 the day after, and then after that it's just Cloudpunk, Ethereal Enigma, and then, the fighting game clips. I'll probably try to do the fighting clips. I don't want to clip too many, because, I know, it gets annoying. I always want to have clips to edit, right? So I've got a backlog. So maybe I will just clip whatever, right? And then it's just, I've always got more clips to upload. But I'm got it in my head that I'm going to do the Cloudpunk ones first, then Cloudpunk first, then Ethereal Enigma, and then fighting games. Obviously, I can mix it up, right? I don't have to do them all in one go. I can just pick ones that I feel like, yeah, this will be a good one to do today, right? Or I can just mass edit all of them, and then I've just got a back catalogue, right? Or just pick select few to edit. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'll figure it out. Anyway, let's actually get down to the stream. Pretzel was being a pain in the ass. I started it up, and then it was like, it wasn't playing it, and I had to force close it multiple times. What worked eventually was me clicking on a different playlist and then going back to that one. Their player is very finicky. Right, anyway, let's get to it. Is it still good there? Yes, it is. And then we want to do the game. Yes, let's go.
Now there's no turning back. I know that we'll face whatever may come our way, 'cause tomorrow's a new day. that we can fly, guiding me through an open door. We can soar with you. There's no hesitation, only feelings that whisper inside my heart, telling me this is the place to start. Although there's times I may stumble and fall again, I know that I'm not alone in the end. I'm finally taking a path that will guide me straight ahead. Now there's no turning back. Just let those empties fade into black and fall into a new day. Please promise you won't let it slip away. And no, I'll be there. We'll take the leap and not have a care today. Will be the day. I'll never let these feelings slip away.
That was beautiful. Alright, let's get to it. Part 2. We are officially on new stuff now. I mean, I did it yesterday, obviously, but now we are officially on new shit now. Everything else should be old stuff now. Everything else should be old stuff. This is new territory now. Completely new territory. Right, let's get to it. A sharp knock on my door jerks me out of my sleep. What? There's a pause before another flurry of knocks erupt. What time is it? Who's being so loud this early in the morning? I flip off my blankets and head for the door. It must be Mina. She's always waking me up. Although, she doesn't normally knock and will just barge right in. At least she's finally learned how to be civilized. Oh, it's probably not her. When I pull open the door, Erin stands face to face with me. Her head is held high as she looks at me. Her arms crossed.
Finally.
What are you doing? Do you know what time it is?
Yes, it's 8 a.m., which is preposterously late.
I crane my neck and confirm with my clock. Oh crap, I've got to get ready for school. I'm about to shut the door on her when she stops me.
Wait, I've something important to ask you.
What is it?
Where is my breakfast?
Did you check downstairs? What am I, your servant? She probably perceives me as her servant. So that's a rhetorical question, right? What am I, your servant? Of course she perceives me as her servant. She perceives me as a peasant, so I'm beneath her, right? I should be catering to her every whim. So of course she perceives me as her servant. And of course she's going to check downstairs. She expects things to be brought to her. So I'm just going to close the door on her. I stare at her. Seriously? This is what she woke me up for? I close the door again. The flurry of knocks return. With a sigh, I open the door back up. What?
You might want to get your door looked at. It just closed on its own.
No, that was me closing it.
I'm sure that's not the case because that would be incredibly rude, but I'm just too famished to argue.
I sigh again. It looks like I can't avoid this. Just wait a few minutes for me to get dressed, and then we can find food. I really don't like her. Erin grudgingly agrees and allows me to close the door for privacy. I get ready in a hurry before meeting her by the stairs. Together, we head downstairs and I lead her into the kitchen. Sitting on the table are a stack of Aunt Emiko's tamago sando. I turn to Erin, pointing at the sandwiches. Breakfast is served. So she side-eyes it suspiciously.
What is it?
They're egg salad sandwiches with ham and lettuce. I think one thing I want to do, I didn't do this last time, is configuration. I think I want to put Like, just a hair. Just a hair behind it. Just so that that's a little bit ahead. Just like that. I grab one bite into it. The bread is soft and fluffy and pairs perfectly with the savoury egg and salty ham. Try one. They're good. Evelyn doesn't move.
Maybe this is good enough for your kind of people.
Oh god, here we
But
go.
it certainly isn't food fit for a princess. Don't you have a dish that's more refined?
I take a too big, exaggerated bite out of the sandwich. Evelyn wrinkles her nose. No, my kind of people only have this sort of unrefined food.
I don't think this will sit well with me.
Her stomach rumbling begs to differ. Evelyn freezes, then resumes her haughty expression. Her haughty expression.
But I suppose I can make an exception just this once.
Yeah, I bet you can. She reaches for a sandwich and takes a daintily nibble. Her eyes grow wide and she takes another, larger bite. How is it? Erin looks away from me and back down at the sandwich. For some reason, her cheeks are red.
I wouldn't normally choose it, but I don't really have a choice now, do I?
You can't just follow your pride for 1 minute, can you? She takes another bite, this one even bigger than the last. Sorry, you don't like it? You don't have to eat it then. You're a bad liar. Yeah, I'm just gonna call her out on it. Erin tries to hide how much she likes the sandwich, but it's obvious she's enjoying it. She already finished half of it in just a few minutes. And yet, you're almost done with it. Erin glances down at her hands and seems surprised by how much of the sandwich is left. Her blush deepens.
I was just hungry.
Uh-huh. Mina enters the kitchen just as we're finishing up. She's already dressed in her uniform and just as energetic as ever. As soon as she sees me, she skids to a stop.
Do my eyes deceive me? For once, is my cousin ready for school before I am?
Fuck you, Mina. I can be self-sufficient too when I want to be. Mina raises a brow.
I bet Erin woke you up this morning, didn't she?
How does she know? Because she's a bitch. No. It's because we obviously have to be usually woken up. And we wouldn't be up early if we wasn't woken up by somebody else. So it has to have been her or somebody. If it wasn't her, it has to have been somebody else. And since Erilyn's up at the same time as us, it's a logical conclusion. She's just being a smartass. Anyone can come to that same conclusion. It makes sense. Mina glances over at Erilyn and frowns.
Erin, you should change into your uniform. We'll have to go soon if we don't want to be late for school.
Whoops. I forgot that I told everyone Erilyn's an international student, which means she would theoretically be going to school with us. Erilyn's brows knit in confusion. She looks like she's about to retort, but I can't let her blurt out something contradictory. I have to think of something fast. Actually, there was an issue with her transfer paperwork. She'll be at school later today after all that's fixed. In the meantime, she'll stay here. Right, Erilyn? I stare at her. She meets my gaze, and then nods.
Okay, do you need any help?
She's fine. We need to get going before we're late. I usher Mina towards the door.
Okay, jeez. When did you start caring so much about school?
I still feel the same way. But I know that you hate being late. I'm doing this for you.
Wow, so sweet.
The sarcasm drips off her voice. Regardless, I get Mina out of the door. Just before I leave, I turn back to Erin. Don't leave the house. We'll figure something out when I'm back from school. She crosses her arms but nods. I catch up with Mina and we walk in silence for a bit. I don't know what to do about Evelyn. I've got to find a way to get her back to her home, wherever that is. And how did she even end up here? It couldn't really have been my wish, could it? No. I've made wishes at the shrine every year and nothing like this has ever happened before. It has to do with that old woman. My first step is to find her and get her to explain all of this. so caught up in my thoughts that I don't notice Mina sidle up until she's right next to me.
So, what's the deal with you and this homestay program?
Huh?
You never seemed interested in it before. Why did you and your dad decide to sign up for this?
I wanted to broaden my horizons so I could live with the girl. I honestly don't know. Well, to be fair, he did wish for it, right? Because he had dreams, right? He wanted to meet somebody, right? That's why he said a princess, because she's larger than life. It's a far cry from his normal world, right? So it's not wrong to say that he's broadening his horizons, because that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to reach for the stars, right? He was trying to dream. That's why he made the wish that he did, because he thought it was so ridiculous that it would never come true. You know, why would a beautiful princess fall out of the sky for him? You know, like why would he be worth anything? So I thought it'd be cool to meet someone from another culture. It's interesting to learn what foreigners think of Japan and compare differences and similarities. Mina looks impressed.
I didn't know you were so worldly, cuz.
I didn't either.
Still, it's a little strange that your parents didn't tell my parents, you know?
You know how forgetful they can be. They're travelling so much that it's hard for them to keep straight what they did and didn't discuss.
I guess. But this is kind of a big deal, don't you think?
There's no point in dwelling on it now. You guys aren't upset, are you? Mina shakes her head.
Of course not. It's your home too. Honestly, I'm actually really excited to get to know Erilyn. It's gonna be really cool having another girl in the house.
Yeah, I bet it is. You can team up on people.
And you know how Mom and Dad are. They're probably happy to have another taste tester for Dad's experimental bread flavors.
Yeah, he comes up with some really strange combinations sometimes. Mina laughs.
I think the word you're looking for is creative.
I grin back at her. I'm really thankful to have such an understanding family, and I don't want to burden them any more than I already have. It's important that I find out how to send Erilyn back home. Realising the time, Mina and I pick up the pace. There are still a lot of students milling about when we enter the courtyard. Many are chatting with their friends or finishing up any homework they didn't do. I don't spot Kose anywhere, though. There's an equally good chance that he's already... I don't spot Kose anywhere, though. There's an equally good chance that he's either already in the classroom or even later than we are. Mina and I head up the front steps and open the heavy door, entering the school. The hallways are emptier than I expected. It's a much nicer place than yesterday, and we soon reach the end of the hall. We arrive in class before the instructor. Jose is already in his seat and waves us over.
Hey guys, what's with the slow start today? I had to go on ahead without you.
For once, it wasn't me who was the hold-up. Mina scoffs.
I was only later than you because I wasted time looking for you. Who would have guessed you'd already be downstairs?
So you're saying it's a bad thing I was up on time. So you're saying it was a bad thing I was up on time.
No, you should be able to wake up on your own.
So then you are admitting that it's your fault we were late.
No, it's still your fault.
You can't have it both ways. I shoot Kose in an exasperated look. He shrugs. Yep, it's always women. That's women for you. Mrs. Sato enters the classroom, quieting everyone with a greeting. She instructs us to open our textbooks and begins the morning lesson. About halfway through the lesson, the classroom door cracks open. The instructor pauses while a new student walks in. She hands Mrs. Sato a letter. Although she's dressed in our school uniform, she hands Mrs. Sato a letter. Although she's dressed in our school uniform, I distinctly recognise that pale blonde hair. My heart drops in my stomach like a lead weight when Erilyn turns to face the room. What is she doing here?
Everyone, we have a new transfer student joining our class.
She waits for Erilyn to introduce herself. Instead, she just looks confused at the teacher.
Why don't you say a few words of introduction?
Erilyn looks like she's trying to remember something, then shrugs. Lifting her head high, she throws her hands up on her hip. Oh no, this looks familiar. My eyes widen in horror. I feel as if I'm watching a car wreck about to happen with no way to stop it.
I am Princess Erilyn Dawn, Duchess of Velenor, 3rd Heiress of Veldon.
The class is stunned in silence. Feeling Mina's gaze. The class is stunned in silence. Feeling Mina's questioning gaze on me, I sink into my seat, hoping to disappear from sight. Finally, Mrs. Sato laughs.
Oh, it appears we have a drama student. How very fun!
The class breaks into giggles, and everyone relaxes after that comment.
Please take a seat so we can resume the lessons. There's an open one towards the back of the room.
She points to the seat beside me. Without hesitation, Erilyn crosses the room and sits down. What happened to being Erilyn, the international student? Sorry, I'm gonna read that again. If I feel like I've read something bad or fucked up the line, then I will read it again. I mean, if you've ever watched me play visuals before, then you should then I feel like you'll be accustomed to this. But in case anyone's new here, you know, what happened to Erilyn, the international student from Sweden? She shrugs.
These commoner titles are all so trivial. I couldn't care to remember what it was.
Or were you just unable to remember?
As if that would happen.
With a sigh, I decide not to push the issue. It can't get any worse after that introduction anyway. Thought I told you to stay in the house. What are you doing here?
I tried to stay in the house. It wasn't my fault.
Before she can say more, Mrs. Sato clears her throat.
I'm sure we'd all like to welcome Miss Dawn, but class is in session.
We both fall silent. Count down the minutes until lunch. My mind burning with questions as Mrs. Sato continues the class. As soon as the lunch break begins, I pull Erilyn aside. Why are you out of the house?
As I already told you, the fault is not with me. I went back into the kitchen to get more of those
She clears her throat.
something more to eat. And your uncle saw me in there. He kept insisting that I was supposed to be in school, even though I told him otherwise. He said something about helping me with my paperwork and then walked me to the school. Do you not have automotive transportation?
We do, of course, but it's mainly used for long distances. People tend to walk whenever possible, and since we live so close to the school, there's no point in driving. I'm a little surprised she didn't come back from sort of retort, but also very glad she didn't. But going back to the original point...
I was getting to it. Your uncle talked to the school and they figured out my transfer and then forced me to dress up in these horrible clothes before sending me here.
Really? They figured her transfer out? Just like that? What about her paperwork from where she was? She doesn't have any paperwork with her. Like, how did they figure out her transfer? That seems a little suspicious, right? Like, I'm sorry, but that really doesn't make any sense. Someone out of the blue is a transfer student. They weren't informed. They weren't aware. And then when they go to check records and stuff, like they would have noticed that we don't have any records of you being here. There's no records of you transferring. You might have to speak to your school back where you're from and ask them to send transcripts over. Like nothing. She has no paperwork, no evidence of who she is, and that she's actually supposed to be here. Yet somehow they figure it out, and she's now a transfer student. That old lady had something to do with this. There is more. There has to be more to this. I refuse to believe it was that bloody easy. I mean, could I just go to Japan and say I'm a transfer student? Right? If it's that easy, that's bullshit. There has to be something more to this. There has to be. Oh, yeah, I've already read that one. Oh, that was her line. She fidgets with her outfit. I can't help but notice the way her skirt clings to her and how the few secured buttons strain to remain closed. At least you'll fit in better now. You should take a deep breath. You missed the button. On the bright side, at least you fit in more this way.
I've tried to fit in as much as I can, but the buttons just won't stay.
A blush sears my cheeks. That wasn't exactly what I meant. Well, it seems like you're stuck coming to school after all. Mina scoots over to us.
Erlen, you're here. I thought you weren't coming in until later.
Evelyn looks over to me. I guess everything was sorted out faster than anticipated. Mina raises a brow.
If she just had to finish up some paperwork, we could have taken her to the administrative office this morning.
I didn't think she'd be coming to go out all this morning. It doesn't matter anymore. She's here now. Mina nods, then flashes Evelyn a smile.
Next time you need help with something, you can come to me. If you wait on this guy...
She jabs a thumb in my direction.
To figure things out, you'll be waiting forever. And it'll still end up being a complicated mess.
Oh yeah, I'm done. You're smart. Fuck you, Mina. Evelyn giggles.
Yes, I can already see that.
There we go. Double teaming on me. There it is. Yay! Ain't this fun? Ain't this fun? Are you having fun? I'm having fun. She shoots me an unimpressed look, then stands to her feet, looking back at Mina with another smile.
In that case, would you be so kind as to tell me where the restroom is?
Mina perks up.
Of course! It'll be easier if I show you. Come with me.
Thank you.
Mina grins back and the two of them head out. As I lean back in my chair and wonder about the situation, Jose slides into the newly vacant seat.
You and that new girl were talking for a long time.
His tone is almost accusatory. I'm surprised he didn't jump in earlier, but I'm sure it's because he was too busy scooping and eavesdropping first.
A long, long time.
Don't be jealous. I swear. Are you jealous?
Me? Jealous? Of course not. Clearly she's only talking to you because you two sit next to each other. I bet if she had sat next to me, then it would have played differently. I mean, who could resist all of this?
He slicks back his hair, wearing an impish grin. I laugh. Whatever you say, bro.
Hey.
Startled, I glance behind me and see Kira hovering nearby. Jose's eyes widen like saucers. Hi.
Hey, Kira!
She glances at Koze.
Oh, hello.
Then she turns back to me.
Are you free after school today?
Yeah, I think so. What's up?
I was hoping we could meet in the courtyard to talk.
I have no idea what she could want to talk about with me. We don't know each other at all. But I guess there's only one way to find out what she wants. Sure. Kira nods.
I'll see you then.
As soon as she's done speaking, she leaves and exits the classroom. Kira really is a girl with few words. Jose slumped hard into his seat.
Are you kidding me right now? Erlen and now Kira too? She doesn't even sit next to you!
Jose's not the only one who's noticed. I feel the eyes of my classmates on me too. The shimmer of whispers slowly begins. They must be wondering the same thing as Koze. Just a coincidence. The heart wants what the heart wants. I never asked for this. Guess they couldn't resist. Or guess they could resist. I grin. Maybe you should have given them a little more. Sorry. Maybe you should have given them a middle. Maybe you should have given them a little more of that. Mimicking his earlier movement, I slick my hands through my hair. Jose frowns.
I gave them all of that and they still didn't bite!
I know what you were doing wrong.
What?
You aren't me.
This is a I'm dead.
Oh yeah. Jose, get up, dude. You're embarrassing both of us.
Nope. Can't. Too dead. This is my life now.
I don't notice the girl's return until Mina calmly steps over Jose.
Is Kosei having a crisis again?
It seems like it.
Why is the world so cruel? How come my best friend gets all the girls and I can't even get one?
Following Mina's lead, Erilyn daintily hops over him. Being ignored a second time seems to spur something within him. His eyes
Wait a
widen.
minute. I, the best friend? And he's the MC?
Oh god, it's breaking the fourth wall, oh no! Jose glances over to me, then laughs.
What am I thinking? Of course not. How could I be relegated to the comic relief? No, I won't take this lying down.
There's another new fire. There's a new fire in his eyes. He peels himself off of the ground.
I, Kosei Nakahara, am the MC of this story. You hear that, world?
Just then, the instructor enters the room.
Hear what, Mr. Nakahara?
Nothing.
Jose and the rest of us take our seats. I'm glad he was able to work through whatever that was. He looks even more determined than ever. The instructor begins to write on the blackboard.
I hope you all enjoyed your break. Now we'll begin our next lesson.
Finally, classes are finished and the school is over for the day. I quickly pack up my things and get ready to head out. I'm about to tell Erilyn about my meeting when Mina comes up to me.
Hey, wait up! Aren't we all walking home together?
Sorry, I've got to go meet somebody. You and Erilyn can head home together.
Oh, okay. Who are you meeting?
Here. Mina looks more surprised than necessary.
Really? How did that happen?
It's a long story. Jose will tell you about it. I'll meet you at home. He turns to Jose.
What's he talking about?
Jose sighs deeply.
Don't even get me started. I've got to get to work.
While Mina goes to get Erilyn, I take the opportunity to slip out and head outside. Find out what this is about. Kira waits for me in the courtyard in front of the school. She looks over and nods when I approach. I nod back, but begin to feel uneasy under her stare. Maybe we should get this over with. What is it that you wanted to talk about? Takes a deep breath.
At the shrine, I saw everything.
I wonder what she actually saw. What do you mean by everything? She hesitates, finding her words.
I saw Erilyn drop out of the sky and land on you.
Oh, well, that about sums it up, actually. Kira taps her chin in thought.
What I can't figure out is that weird thing I saw in the sky.
What weird thing? She shakes her head.
I don't know. It had weird shapes and seemed to glow. I've never seen it before, and then a moment later, Erilyn fell.
Think back to last night. Did I notice anything in the sky? It's all so sudden. I wonder if that's the ethereal energy the old woman was talking about. He blinks.
What's ethereal energy?
I have no idea. It was something the old lady mentioned. Did you see her? Kira looks at me blankly. She was kind of pushy about making a wish and said something about the ethereal energy and the astral continuum alignment. She shakes her head.
None of that sounds familiar.
I think she's involved in this. That thing in the sky might be something she created, or at least something she knows about. I need to go back to the shrine and find her. I wonder if I should ask Kira to join me. She's not really a part of this mech, and I don't want to involve her more than necessary. But part of me is relieved that she knows. Would you be willing to go with me? Kira hesitates. I'll need your help describing whatever was in the sky if we do find the old woman. Plus, since you were there last night, you might remember something I missed. After a moment, she nods. Truth be told, I'm glad for her help. It's easier to carry the secret between two people rather than just one. Let's go back to the shrine tomorrow afternoon and see if she's there.
Sure.
We exchange numbers and finalise the details. And Kira checks the time on her phone.
I have to go now, but I'll meet you tomorrow.
Sure. We say our goodbyes and I begin to walk back home. When I walk through the door, I hear Evelyn and Mina talking. I hope Evelyn's not saying anything to blow her cover. Hustling, I kick off my shoes and hurry into the living room. Both girls sit on the couch. Evelyn has a lock of hair in her hands, and Mina compares her own hair beside it. They glance at me as I step in.
Oh, hi, cuz. Welcome back.
Thanks. What are you two up to?
I was just asking Erlen how she gets her hair so shiny.
It's from the hair mask I use.
Hair mask?
Yeah, I just noticed how long her hair is. It literally goes down past her legs to her feet. Like, I'm sorry, but her hair must be a pain to wash and it must get so dirty.
That's right. The one I use is made out of egg yolks and a few drops of lemon juice. I let it sit in my hair for exactly 20 minutes before washing it out with cool water.
Did I say Evelyn nods? Whatever. Mina's eyes pop.
Huh? That actually works?
See for yourself.
Evelyn smiles and runs her fingers through her hair again. Mina stares, impressed. She wistfully strokes her own hair.
Do you think that would work on mine?
Absolutely. It would work on anyone's hair.
Oh my god. She shifts on the couch. Shifts. Bloody hell, come on, get the words out, man. She shifts on the... I'm just going to have to get through it. She shifts on the couch and touches one of Mina's short locks.
Your natural hair is already very healthy and pretty. If we just give it a little touch-up, we can get it to shine even more.
I've never seen Mina get so excited about this girly stuff before. But her smile turns radiant.
Aww, that sounds like so much fun. We should have a girls' night sometime so you can show me how to do it.
Evelyn blinks.
A girls' night?
Yeah.
After a moment, Evelyn matches Mina's grin.
That could be fun.
Glad they're bonding. Can I get in on this acting? Well, no, because you're a boy. Is that beauty product or breakfast? Eggs and hair? Evelyn turns to me.
Yes, what of it?
Nothing, I just never thought the two would go together.
And that's why your hair looks like it came out of a garbage disposal.
Oh, fuck you, Mina. Ouch. Feels bad, man. Mina smiles at Evelyn and tilts her head.
Do you use any other beauty products?
Oh yes, my skincare routine is essential.
Evelyn counts off on her fingers.
I use a face mask at least 3 times a week. There's also cleanser, moisturizer, toner.
Mina's eyes widen.
That sounds so complicated. I had no idea there was so much to do. I just wash my face with soap.
That's important too. What kind of soap?
The same one I use to wash my body?
Evelyn chokes.
What? You can't do that!
Huh? Why?
Because that's how you dry out your face! Body soap and face soap are completely different.
Horror settles over Mina's face.
It is?
Of course it is! Body soap strips your skin of healthy oils, and your face is so delicate and cute. Please change your habits now before it's too late.
My face is cute?
Mina touches her face, looking surprised.
Very much so.
A touch of pink colours Mina's cheeks as she grins from ear to ear.
That's so nice of you, Erlen.
I'm only stating the truth. Luckily, I'm here now to teach you everything I know.
Feel a little bit like I'm intruding on a moment. Maybe I should leave you to it. Both of them glance at me, just remembering I'm still here.
Oh, we're not going to do any of that right now. We're saving it for girls' night.
Evelyn nods. Mina shifts to face me.
In fact, now that you're home, we should visit Kosei at his new job.
Why? Do you miss him? A smug tugs at my mouth. Yeah, let's get back for the hair comment. Because I'm a pity the motherfucker. Why? Do you miss him that much? Mina blinks.
What?
We were with him at school, and now you want to see him again?
So what if I want to see him again? We're friends.
No, Mina. I think I sense a love blooming. He arches an eyebrow.
Are you sure you're not the one who's in love with him?
I am not the one who suggested we go see him. He flushes.
I just want to see the arcade, okay? What about you, Erlen? Do you want to visit Tuesday with us?
Oh, I love to stir the shit pot. It's like, you want to give me shit, Mina? I give you shit. Let's go. Let's go. Evelyn doesn't bat an eye.
What's a kosei?
Who? Sorry, who? He's a guy from my class.
Are you planning on walking there?
Yeah, it's really close by.
Evelyn leans back into the couch.
No, thank you.
Tommy. Nina blinks.
Oh, okay.
Seriously?
I'm exhausted.
But we only went to school.
Yes, exactly.
She gets to her feet.
I'm going to go have a little lie down. You two have fun.
She turns around and heads towards the stairs, leaving her things on the floor. Your bag?
Oh, yes. Please see to it.
She waves us off and disappears upstairs. Mina turns to me, confused.
What was that about? It's like she's never had a full day of school before.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Anyway, let's go.
We leave home and head to the arcade. As it turns out, Mina was right. It's close by. Soon we reach a large, modern-looking building. The glass doors are automatic and slide open when we approach. Once inside, we stumble to a halt. Whoa! Hang on a minute. Have they just gear simulation? Have they just reused the same assets from Ace Academy? No, it must be from Ace Academy. I don't remember there being an arcade in Kaori after school. This must be from Ace Academy. Have they literally reused the same assets? I see it and I'm like, wait a minute. I don't know. And then I see the gear simulation pod. Is it set in the same world as Ace Academy then? Must all take place in the same world. And Crystalline, well, Crystalline, you start at Ace Academy, and then you like go through a portal and end up in I guess in the past. They're all connected somehow. It seems like maybe she's a princess from Crystalline. Maybe that's where she's from. Maybe she's from Crystalline. Whatever world Crystalline is. Maybe she's from that world. Whoa. The arcade is busy. I hear the whirring of games and people laughing. Screens of colourful lights blink in the background. To the side is a glass case filled with prizes. Bigger and more impressive ones line the wall behind it. A quaint cafe on the other side of the room offers an assortment of drinks and snacks.
Oh my gosh!
Mina shimmers with excitement.
This place is awesome!
Echo Tormentor. Okay. Agreed. We've got to check out those games later. For now, where's Kosei? We look around for Kosei, but we can't find him anywhere. Spot a guy in uniform scrubbing a display case and approach him. Excuse me.
Hello, how may I help you?
We're looking for Kosei Nakahara. He was hired just recently. Is he around?
Oh, of course, 1 second.
He walks away, disappearing into the back. We wait a few minutes before seeing Kosei. A pleasant, surprised smile spreads across his face.
Oh, hey! You guys came!
Of course! We had to take a look at this place for ourselves.
I give the arcade another glance, impressed. Dude, this place is so cool. I can't believe you're actually working at an arcade.
I know! I can't believe how lucky I am! Long gone are those dull ramen shop days.
Yeah, you're really moving up in the world.
Tell me about it. I love it here.
Does that mean your first day is going well?
It's going great.
That's awesome, Kosei. I'm happy for you.
That's a chilling thought.
Although, I'm really curious to see what you do now. Can you show us?
Jose's face lights up.
I'd love to.
Great!
Cool. Then let's get going.
I'm expecting him to I'm expecting him to take one of us to the game. I'm expecting him to take us to one of the games. Instead, he steers us towards the cafe. Mina blinks.
Huh? Wait a second. I thought you worked with the games.
He grins.
Nah, the games are cool. But just wait and see.
Mina and I share a glance. I guess we both assumed he worked with the game machines. But technically the cafe is a part of the arcade too. We follow him into the kitchen and Mina brightens.
Oh, are you actually cooking? That's awesome!
No, not yet. But this is just as good.
Mina and I exchange another look. Wow, this is good as cooking? I wonder what it is. He's a janitor, isn't he? We weave around cooking stations and chefs. They ignore us, too focused on their work. Different sweet and savoury smells make my mouth water. Finally, Jose comes to a halt by a large sink. It's filled to the brim with a mountain of bubbles and colourful dishes. An elaborate dishwasher sits beside it.
Behold! Isn't it the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in your whole life?
I don't get it. Are you talking about Mina? Who? Mina? The two of them stop and blink at me.
Huh?
What?
I chuckle. Looks like I was correct. Romance is blooming after all. It seems like your feelings might be returned, Mina. I pat her on the back. I'm happy for you. Jose looks totally confused.
Feelings? What feelings?
Mina shoots me a glare.
Seriously? Why do you always have to make everything so weird?
Right, Mum? Turns back to Jose.
Sorry, but I'm still confused. What were you talking about before?
These porringers, of course!
What's the porringer?
One of these!
Jose beams and picks up a small bowl with a handle, then ducks it into a soapy water. He starts scrubbing away, perfectly content. We wait for him to tell us this is all a joke and show us what he actually does here, but he simply continues washing. So... I hesitate.
What else do you do here?
Jose blinks.
What do you mean?
How's your Sunday going, Mum? Weren't you doing the dishes before?
Yeah?
So, isn't this exactly the same thing? Jose's eyes widen.
This isn't the same at all. Like I said, these are porringers.
Shit, really? Bit of a toothache at the moment. I think maybe you mentioned that in Discord, right? Yeah. Going to the dentist tomorrow to get it pulled. Yeah, I don't blame you. Everyone, and it seems like multiple people I know have got tooth problems lately. My uncle's got stuff going on. He's constantly going back and forth between a dentist. He's got a lot of shit going on. My mum's got stuff going on. She's in pain with her teeth. Like that. You got stuff going on with your teeth. It's like it seems like everyone like 3 people now that I know have got teeth problems. People close people I know have got teeth problems. Hopefully they can sort it out. It's a shame you don't have any of that. I don't know what it's called, but there's stuff you can put on your teeth. Like it's liquid. It comes like a tiny little container. I don't know what it's called, but it's like you can put it on your teeth and it numbs the tooth or numbs the nerves in your teeth. I forget what it's called, but my uncle and mum have used that in the past, I believe. Hopefully get it for free. I imagine it'd be expensive. Yeah, that shit, not a good idea right now. Oh, what, the stuff you put in your teeth? Oh. I feel like I haven't heard bad things about it. Got swelling, so I would end up biting my gum. Ah, that's why it would be bad. Ah, fair enough. Yeah, it sounds like you definitely need to get it seen to then. Hopefully it isn't. Hopefully it's not too expensive. Seems like at least with the dentist where I am, it can get really expensive. Even just for a simple checkup, it costs a lot. Getting it done free. Oh, that's good then. I know getting it done free, but it's a student. Oh yeah, no, they do it. They do that where I am as well. When I had to go for a teeth cleaning, because I don't mind saying it, my teeth were shit. My teeth were absolutely horrible. And I had to go in for a teeth cleaning, and I'm under the NHS, so I got it for free. But when I went in there, it was actually two dentist students from my university that I went to. I ain't got a dentist as they ain't talking to. I ain't got a dentist. They ain't taking people on the NHS right now. Yeah, I'm with one, but it's not one of them. It's one of the rare few. Everyone is so booked up. Yeah, I know. Where I am, every dentist is like even Harwich, like where I am, like every district around my area, like no matter how far you go, are all booked. None of it, like it sucks. Been like for 4 years now. It's mad. Yeah, everywhere. I remember like, I was trying to sort out my mum for the dentist, and everyone was booked to the brim. And I think when we called up some of them, sometimes it was like, oh, there's a national shortage right now or something like that. You'd get like a warning. I think it's like a shortage going on. I might actually need to start going private. It's that bad. Yeah. The problem is private's incredibly expensive. It's incredibly expensive. Depending on the work you got to get done, like it can cost a bomb. Even to go for a checkup, it's expensive. Like it's so bad. Yeah, it's like, well, for my mum, I think it was going to be like, I don't know for sure, but I want to say between 500 and £1,000. But she had multiple that have to be pulled out. It wasn't like several, but it was enough to be. Yeah, I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure it was like enough that it was going to cost. Like you could buy a console. You could buy like a console and a game or two. It was bad. I need to get rid of that message. I need to get rid of that message. It's the playtest's over now. I need to get rid of those messages. Mina and I blink.
What?
Just look at these ceramic cups.
He picks up one of parentheses.
These saucers. This carafe.
Carafe? Isn't that just a picture?
No, they're completely different.
He gathers all of the dishes and adds them into the sink.
They're so cool. Way better than those dull bowls at the ramen shop.
I don't get it, but I will show him support anyway. My poor friend has finally lost his mind. Who cares as long as he's happy? You know, I mean, I guess the difference between washing dishes in a ramen shop and washing dishes here is that he's right next to an arcade. So when he goes on his lunch break, he can hang out in the arcade. It's a different atmosphere. It's the same job, but it's a different atmosphere, different people, and that makes the job more enjoyable to do. So you know what? I do get it. I do get it because it's the atmosphere, it's the people, right? I mean, yeah, we're working in a ramen shop is cool because food, but you got to work around food all day and you get hungry, which isn't necessarily fun, or you get sick of the food because you're around that food all the time. Whereas he's at an arcade. He's right next to an arcade, and when he goes for a break, he can come check out the arcade and watch people play the games and stuff. So it's a different vibe, it's a different atmosphere. So I think I do get it. Mina's brow was furrowed in concern.
Should we be worried?
I don't think so.
But he's excited about dishes.
So he's doing something that makes him happy. Mina does not look convinced. We watch as Kode presses a button on the dishwasher. There's a loud dinging noise, followed by a kaleidoscope of flashing colours. He grins and puffs out his chest.
Did you guys see that? Now that's impressive.
What is?
The porcelain immaculation sanitizer, of course. This is some industrial-grade, heavy-duty machinery.
Mina's about to speak, but another co-worker approaches Kose, carrying a pile of dishes.
Hey, sorry man, there's more.
No worries. I'm happy to help out.
Takes the pile from him and starts washing. The man smiles.
By the way, great job so far.
The man makes Kose beam.
Thanks, man.
So that makes
I'm really
Kose
excited
beam.
to be here.
Glad to hear it. It's a pretty fun place to work. Have you checked out any of the games yet?
Oh, no, not yet. But I plan to. Do you have a favorite?
Nope. The two of them hit it off, chanting animatedly. The worry slowly melts from Mina's face. Her eyes soften and she smiles.
You know what? Never mind. I think I finally understand why he likes it here.
Yeah, like I said earlier, it's the people, it's the atmosphere, right? Maybe at the ramen shop it was very, like, obviously they're cooking, they want to do a good job, but it's more relaxed here. It's not like as professional, right? They're doing a job and they're going to cook the food, but it's not like it's a 5-star restaurant or anything, right? It's literally food for people to play games and that. When they get hungry, they don't go home and they stay at the arcade. It's not like it's a 5-star restaurant or anything. Right, it's a more relaxed environment. It's literally, you know, right next to it. It's literally part of an arcade, so it's a different. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's the same job, but it's the atmosphere and the people that makes the job more enjoyable. But at least Mina finally gets it now. Yeah, me too. It's remarkable how he can be so upbeat doing something as simple as dishes. It's great to see him being accepted so quickly by his co-workers too.
We should probably leave him to his work, though.
Yeah. I approach Kose, tapping him on the shoulder. Hey, we're going to get out of your hair. But congrats again on the new job, man.
Okay, cool. Thanks for visiting.
Mina and I leave the kitchen. I don't really want to go home yet, and I can tell Mina doesn't either. While we're here, we may as well check out some of these games. Mina brightens at the suggestion.
Good idea! After all, it would be a real shame to come all this way and not even play one game.
Agreed. We wander around the arcade looking for anything that catches our eyes. Mina seems interested in an archery game and quickly snaps up the bow. He motions for me to grab the second one. What was supposed to be just a quick game turns into many rounds. We lose track of time in the arcade, and when we finally decide to return home, it's already dark out. The walk home is smooth and uneventful. Visiting the arcade really boosted my mood. Mina is in good spirits too. Once we return home, I spot Uncle Hajime. Yeah, once we return home, I spot Uncle Hajime in the living room. Probably butchering that or whatever.
Good, you're home.
Back in a sec. Alright, sorry about that, I'm back. Oh, that was annoying. Okay. Oh, I need to sneeze. Oh my god, I need to sneeze. Oh, that's me. Oh, Uncle Hajime, did you close early tonight? He nods.
You sold out earlier than anticipated, so closed up shop. Your aunt is upstairs enjoying her night off.
It's good to hear business is doing well. It's more fun at the bakery when it's busy.
I hope you remember that during your shift tomorrow.
Mina freezes. I can tell she forgot we had work. but she smoothly recovers with a smile.
Of course I will.
That's my girl.
Uncle Hajime laughs, affectionately ruffling Mina's hair. I look around. Where's Erin?
Oh, she's upstairs in her room. She's been holed up in there since dinner. I wonder if she's feeling well.
It's just jet lag, Dad.
Ah, of course. Have you two had dinner yet? I've saved some leftovers just in case.
My stomach rumbles in response, and the two of us sit down to eat. After dinner, I help with the cleanup before going to my room, cracking open my books. After dinner, I get help with the cleanup before going to my room, cracking open my books and get started on my homework. I stifle a yawn as I finish the last question, then get ready for bed. As I gratefully slip into my bed, I fall into a quick and easy sleep. I wake up feeling alert and refreshed. I got to sleep in a little more than usual. And it has made all the difference. After getting ready and finishing breakfast, Mina and I head to the bakery. It's a beautiful day. So the walk to work is fast and smooth. I hope my shift ends on time. I haven't forgotten that I'm meeting Kira at the shrine afterwards. Once we arrive, Mina and I throw on our aprons. Sunlight filters in through the bakery's windows, highlighting the display cases filled with sweet treats. The fresh scent of bread and sugar mingles in the air, giving the place a warm and homey feeling. Aunt Miko finishes up a transaction with a customer before ushering us over.
I'm so glad you're both here.
She pulls Mina to the cash register.
Sweetie, can you please take over the register?
Mina nods and helps the next person in line. Aunt Miko hands me a tray.
Here is the latest batch of bread. Can you put them out on display for me, honey?
Of course, Aunt Miko.
Thank you, dear. If you need me, I'll be in the back with your uncle working on a catering order.
As she disappears into the kitchen, set to work. The store is bustling with hungry customers all morning. The bread flies off the shelves faster than I can restock them. Eventually, the rush dies down. As the last customer leaves, Mina lets out a deep breath and sits at one of the tables.
Phew, it's finally slowing down.
Tell us that jumper. Phew, oh bless her. Yeah, that last rush was crazy. He slumps against the table, looking exhausted.
I just want one moment to myself.
The bell dings above the door. I look over and see a young man entering the shop. He looks slightly older than us. Maybe he's a high school senior. Mina's eyes widen. Her back straightens upright. I stifle a laugh. You said she wanted some moment to rest and do nothing. Her cheeks flush.
Shush!
The boy stuffs his hands into his pockets as he checks out the display case. Mina lets out a soft, almost dreamy sigh. Step in and take his order. Oh yeah, let's cock block. Let's do that. I don't have time to wait for Mina to gather up her courage. We have work to do. I head towards the counter, which snaps Mina back to reality. She jumps out in front of me, blocking my access, and beams at the customer.
Hi there, how can I help you?
He flashes her an easy smile, which makes Mina flush even brighter.
I've never been to this place before. Can you tell me about your hot cross bun options?
Oh, of course.
She clears her throat.
As you can see, you have some hot buns.
The boy blinks.
What?
She sputters.
Wait, I mean, your buns are fresh. Not your buns, my buns. Wait, no, mine, like mine from the store.
Concern settles over his face.
On second thought, maybe something else. Do you have any bread rolls?
Mina nods.
Yes, roleplay is very important here at the bakery.
What?
Role play?
Yes,
Her eyes widen.
just rolls. I mean bread rolls.
A breakfast-stained laugh puffs out of him. He looks around for something else to order.
Maybe I'll just go with a slice of pie.
Of course. Do you want a cream pie?
Mina quickly catches herself and her face turns bright red.
I mean, a cream pie. Like, do you want a slice of a pie that happens to contain cream filling? Because it's called a cream pie.
He blinks and nods.
That sounds just fine.
He looks relieved.
No problem. Just 1 second, please.
My phone. Oh man, she is doing she is having a horrible time with this. She really is. Mina prepares his order and disappears into the back. That's strange. The pastries are ready to go, so I'm not sure why she's back there. She returns a moment later to ring him up. After he pays, she hands him the bag.
Thanks.
He tries to take it from her, but Mina doesn't let go. She seems lost in a trance, staring into his eyes. He gives the bag a little tug. She snaps out of it.
Oh, sorry. Enjoy your dessert.
He gives her another odd look, then sits at one of the tables. When he's out of earshot, Mina lets out a low groan. She deflates against the counter. That puns too. When did you get so good at puns? Nah, if he roasts us, we roast her. There's no sugarcoating this. Water is red, grass is green, Mina can't flirt. That was a disaster. Mina huffs and crosses her arms.
Oh, come on. It could have been worse.
Yeah. I don't know about that. Mina gives me a pointed look. Suddenly, she's smirking? Wait, I'm confused. Didn't that just go really badly? Why do you look so smug? Mina grins and puts her hands on her hips.
Because, dear cousin, I am smoother than you think.
I arched an eyebrow. Did we not just witness the same thing? She lifts up her chin and pins me with a confident stare.
Nope. Because when I was in the back, I wrote my number on the pie and frosting.
She looks over to see that he's already eaten half of the pie. Crumbles sprinkle onto the plate as he takes another big bite. Most of her number has already disappeared. Mina's face pinches in horror.
No!
She reaches out as if she can't stop it. She reaches out if she can stop it. But it's too late. The deed has been done.
My number!
Her body slumps over with shame.
World, why?
I laugh and pat her on the back. It's alright, Mina. Better luck next time, eh? She groans. When the boy is done eating, he waves at us.
Thanks for the pie. It was delicious.
Mina waves back, wearing a strange smile. The ding of the door announces his exit. Once he's out of sight, he hides her face in her hands, crestfallen and defeated. I pat her on the back. There. On the plus side, work is almost over. He perks up.
That's true. And my friend and I have plans tonight.
See? Not all bad.
Yeah, you're right. Who knows? Maybe we'll run into another cute guy.
Don't offer him any more cream pies. Mina playfully shoves me, but the smiles return to her face. Aunt Amiko pops into the store.
Hey guys, can one of you help us out back here with the dishes?
Of course. I turn to Mina and flash her a grin. Mina would love to do the dishes. Mina sputters.
What?
Aunt Amiko smiles.
Oh great! Thank you so much, sweetie.
Oh, no dishes for me. Mina groans but heads into the kitchen. Aunt Amiko turns to me.
That means you're the lucky one who gets to help Hajime and me with our catering order.
Damn, I knew it was too easy. Okay, I'll be there in a minute, Aunt Amiko. She nods, disappearing into the back. I pull out my phone, text Kira, letting her know that I have to work late. My phone dings with a reply text. Kira agrees to push back our meeting time. Once I'm in the kitchen, I roll up my sleeves and get to work. There's a lot to do. but having my aunt and uncle to talk to makes it go by faster. The rest of the workday goes by smoothly. When we're finally done, Mina and I hurry home. I'm running late by the time we arrive at the house. The first thing I do is claim the shower. There are worse things to smell like than freshly baked bread, but I don't need to make people hungry whenever I walk past. After getting dressed, I'm ready to meet Kira at the shrine. As I pass by Erilyn's room, I wonder if I should let her know I'm leaving. Her door is currently closed, but the information we hope to find directly affects her. Should I disturb her? I can just imagine the anger if she found out we'd gone without consulting her. I'll ask just to be safe. Erilyn? Press my ear against the door to listen. There's no answer. She must be napping. I'll leave her be and just update her afterwards. Probably better she doesn't join us anyway. Grabbing my things, I head out of the house and make my way to the shrine. The walk over feels longer than usual. My breath comes in gasps as I pick up the pace. Finally, see the familiar gates. Kira stands in front of them and greets me as I approach.
Hello.
Hey, sorry I'm late. I hope you haven't been waiting long. She shakes her head. This is the first time I've ever seen her out of her school uniform. I must be staring a bit too long before she breaks the silence.
Is something wrong?
I snap out of my stare, feeling my cheeks burn as I look away. Kira is already beautiful to begin with. This outfit makes her look so elegant and feminine. The school uniforms really don't do her justice. Sorry, I didn't mean to stare. It's just that you look really great today. My eyes widen as I realise how that sounds. Not that you don't look great every day. You do. I mean, it's not like I've been staring. Is it just me or is it getting warmer in here? I feel the heat rising in my face. To my surprise, Kira bows her head in a graceful nod.
Thank you.
Should we head in? Kira nods. We go through the gates and enter the shrine grounds. There are a good number of people wandering about. Families crowd the main hall, wishing for blessings of health and good fortune. Oh, there's 2 birds there. Oh no. Many couples gaze lovingly at each other as they wish for happiness. And even more single people look wistfully around the shrine, holding amulets for love. I wonder where we should start. Do you remember where you saw that thing in the sky? Kira looks up, shielding her eyes from the sun.
It was right above where Erilyn landed on you. About there.
It points to a spot in the air. I glance up at the sky. It's clear today without a cloud in sight. I don't see anything abnormal.
Neither do I. It's not like it was the other night.
Our best bet is still to find the old woman then. I give Kira a description of what I remember. Scanning the crowd, I look for the familiar face of that mysterious old lady. The crowd of people is too thick for me to spot her. Kira takes a cursory glance around her too. We'll never find her this way. Maybe we should ask around to see if anyone's seen her. She nods.
If we split up, we'll cover more ground.
Yeah. We agree to meet back here, and Kira disappears into the crowd. I look around again, wondering who I should approach. The old people know each other, right? Finding somebody who works is probably the best bet. My best chance of finding this old woman is to ask someone who also spends a lot of time at the shrine. There were a few groundskeepers sweeping the steps the night that I met her. There are a few more working here today. Recognising their uniform, I approach the nearest groundskeeper. Can't tell if he's the same one from that night or not. Excuse me, do you happen to know if there's an old woman who frequents the shrine? The man looks at me, rubbing his chin.
You're going to have to be more specific than that. The elderly are always visiting the shrine.
She has short, grey hair. I can't remember what she looks like, but there isn't anything specifically identifying about her. She likes to talk about something called Ethereal Energy and encourages people to make wishes at the shrine. The groundskeeper frowns.
Ethereal energy. Listen, young man, I haven't got time for pranks. If you don't actually need anything, then please excuse me.
He thinks I'm making things up. Not that I can blame him. Sorry for bothering you. Thank you anyway. I leave him be. I see a guy about my age with a big smile on his face. He's clutching an amulet and mouthing thank you to the sky. That looks like the face of someone whose wish was granted. I approach him. Excuse me. He turns to me.
What they say about the shrine is real. If you make an offering, your prayer may just be answered.
My heart does a little flip. That sounds familiar. Where did you hear that?
Oh, from someone here. And they were right. I prayed for love, and I just got a text from the cute girl I work with. It can't be a coincidence.
I mean, it could be. You heard that from someone at the shrine? That's great, but back to... That's great, but back to who told you. Was it an old woman with short grey hair?
No, I don't think so. On second thought, I might have read it off a plaque. But that's not important. I have a date to plan.
He rushes off before I can ask more. Well, that went nowhere. Takes one to know one. Besides, bar an old lady, who would my friends be? Probably other old ladies. I approach a woman who waits patiently outside of the offering hall. Excuse me, jumps at my voice.
Oh, young man, are you lost?
Her eyes are full of concern. No, I'm actually looking for someone and wondered if you'd seen her. She's an old woman, about your height, with grey hair.
Is that your grandmother? Have you been separated from your family?
I try to think of more details. No, she's someone who's very enthusiastic about something called ethereal energy.
What? Esther's family? Hold on.
Calls out to another elderly woman standing around the amulet booth.
Esther! This young man says you're his grandmother.
No, actually...
What, dear?
The woman cups her hands around her mouth and shouts again.
This young man says you're his grandmother!
What?
While they're distracted, I quietly slip away. That didn't go the way I expected. It's clear that nobody knows who I'm talking about. Disheartened, I returned to the meet-up point. It hadn't struck me just how fruitless this endeavour was until I started asking around. Realistically, with no name or anything to go off of, what are the chances that we'd find this woman anyway? I don't have to wait long before Kira returns. A sliver of hope stirs in my chest. Any leads? She shakes her head, washing that tiny ray of hope.
You?
I shake my head too, and I let out sighs that sit on the stone bench. Asking the locals was a long shot anyway. Kira sits beside me and wordlessly hands me a bottle of water. Oh, thanks. Where did you get this?
Over there.
She points to the other side of the hall where a small refreshment stand offers drinks, then holds up a second bottle for herself. How much was it? I can pay you back. She shakes her head.
Don't worry about it.
She sounds firm in her decision. I don't think she'll accept my money. Alright, but I'll get it next time. She smiles faintly and nods. I take a zip. I guess now is a good time as any to take a break. She nods, drinking a zip of water. As I take another drink, I glance at Kira out of the corner of my eye. Her attentiveness just now surprises me. I didn't think she noticed the little things. I still don't have a very good read on her. She likes to keep to herself and I still don't have a very good read on her. She likes to keep to herself and remains disconnected at school. So her interest in Erilyn's situation is unusual. My thoughts return to the rumours. Is he really an Igarashi? Would it be rude of me to ask? With this sense in my thoughts, Kira turns to me, meeting my eyes. I may as well ask. I've been wondering something.
About the old woman?
No, about you actually. She remains emotionless, turning back to her water.
What about me?
Are you related to the famous Igarashi conglomerate?
Yes.
The exchange is very subtle, but I notice it. There's a dullness in her eyes and a sharpness in her tone. Ah, I wouldn't have expected a family such as yours to live here in Matsukaze. I thought you'd all live in the city.
They do.
Blink. So you live here by yourself? She nods, keeping her expression carefully blank. Oh, I would imagine it sounds lonely, but she came here for a reason, right? Maybe it was the freedom to be her own person, do her own thing. She was confined there, constrained. Out here in Matsukaze, she's free and and open to do her own thing. So I think I would say such freedom. Maybe that's why she did it, to be freer, to have the freedom and openness to do her own choice and live the life that she wants to live. No obligations, nobody demanding your attention. Sounds like the life. That doesn't sound too bad. You have the freedom to do whatever you want.
Yes, that's true.
Her face is her usual mask. You don't have to sound so excited about it. She glances at me out the corner of my eye and shrugs.
It isn't something I've noticed. Having to cook and take care of the house is just routine.
She's right. I didn't think about all of the chores that I'd have to do on my own because there's no one else there to take care of them. I guess the novelty does wear off when it comes to be a part of your daily life. She glances my way again.
Do you live with your parents?
I'm not. But they travel for work most of the year and are rarely home. Kira looks in front of her.
Rarely home.
Yeah. But they always check in with me, so I hear from them often. And I still have my aunt, uncle and my cousin, Nina, in the house too, so I don't feel lonely. She blinks.
So you're always surrounded by family?
Yeah. Sometimes it can be a little annoying when I want my own space, but that's a small sacrifice to make. Can't even imagine how I would have gotten up for school back in the day if Mina wasn't around to wake me. She goes quiet.
That sounds very nice.
Her voice has a strange, hollow tone to it. She fiddles with the water bottle in her hand. What about your family? What are they like? Kira remains silent, and I wonder if I've offended her. As she is about to answer, a little boy who looks no more than 5 years old races towards us. His cheeks are rosy pink. As he skids to a stop, he sticks a palm out in front of us.
Give me money.
For a moment, I'm too surprised to speak. Who is this kid demanding money off of strangers? Didn't your mother ever teach you to say please? His eyes widen.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
He flashes a bright, excited grin, exposing a gap in his front teeth.
Give me money, please.
That's a little bit better, but just barely. Kira holds out a coin.
Here.
The little boy's face lights up. I notice Kira's expression soften as she snatches the coin out of her hand.
Thank you, lady. Now I can make a wish.
What are you going to wish for? He puts a finger to his lips.
I can't tell you. It's a secret.
He races off just as quickly as he arrived. I watch him pause by the offering box. He drops in the coin before clasping his hands together. I glance at Kira. He watches the child squeeze his eyes shut as he makes a wish. I'm surprised he gave him the coin.
It was a small gesture that made him really happy.
Can't help but smile. Kira does have a softer side to her, even if it's not readily apparent.
Koji!
A breathless woman runs after the boy. When she sees him by the offering box, she pauses, catching her breath. But enough, she hurries over.
I'm so very sorry for Koji. Please excuse him for disturbing you.
He was no trouble at all.
You're too kind, but I know he was rude. And I apologize again for that. He's still young and too excitable.
She calls out to her son.
Koji, come here. Let me give you a coin first, and then you can make a wish.
It's okay, Mama.
The lady already gave me one.
Mother turns back to Kira with wide eyes, then she bows.
Thank you so much for helping him. Please, let me repay you.
She tries to slip a coin into Kira's hands, but Kira shakes her head, refusing to accept it.
It was my pleasure to help.
Please, this is the least I can do.
The woman urges Kira to accept the coin, but she remains firm.
When I was his age, a kind stranger gave me a coin to make my first wish too. I'm grateful that I could pay it forward, and I'm sure your son will too one day.
The mother nods, her face softening to a smile. She puts the coin away.
You have a good heart. Thank you again. Please, let me know if there's any other way I could repay you.
She looks back at her thumb, smiling. Affection makes her eyes twinkle.
Koji loves coming to the shrine. I don't quite understand it myself, but I'll keep bringing him here if it makes him happy.
Does that mean you visit often? She nods.
More often than most.
I share a glance of Kira. This lady visits the shrine often. Maybe she'll know other people who hang around here too. Do you know of an old woman who likes to visit this shrine? She has short grey hair and likes to encourage people to make wishes. She pauses, thinking.
Oh, maybe you're thinking of Miss Tanaka.
Kira and I share a glance. Miss Tanaka?
Yes, I've seen her at the shrine pretty often. She reminds Koji to make a wish whenever she sees him. She always says it's the perfect opportunity for it.
Her pulse quickens. This be the woman we've been searching for? Do you know if she was at the shrine last Thursday?
She may have been. I think she's normally here on Mondays and Thursdays, but I'm not too certain of her schedule.
She was here last Thursday. It must be her. That could be her. Thank you so much. She smiles.
I'm happy to help.
Mama, I'm done.
Koji waves at his mother.
Koji, don't move.
The woman thanks us again before hurrying after her son. I faintly hear her scolding him as she scoops him into her arms. Hope makes my body feel light. Excitement bubbles within me as I turn to Kira. Miss Tanaka sounds like our best lead. She nods.
It sounds like she won't be back until Monday, though.
Yeah. Would you want to come back here with me on Monday?
Sure.
Great. We can head here after school. Kira nods again.
Now that we have a lead, I'm going to head out. It's getting late and there are a few things I need to do.
Squinting, I glance at the setting sun. Orange and yellow blazes in the sky. I hadn't realised it'd gotten so late. Thanks again for coming with me today.
I'm glad we were able to make some progress.
Me too. We make our way out of the shrine together. When we reach the gate, we say our goodbyes and go our separate ways. My mind is racing with thoughts of Mrs. Tanaka as I walk all the way home. When I arrive home, I see Ariel waiting for me in the living room. As soon as she spots me, she jumps to her feet and rushes to my side.
Finally, you're home!
I'm taken aback by a sudden appearance. She digs me? Personal space, please. Are you okay?
No, I'm not!
Why? What's wrong?
I've been suffering for hours!
Suffering? Sounds serious. What happened?
What happened is that I have been starving!
I blink. What?
There's no food.
What do you mean there's no food?
I mean, I checked the kitchen and there was no food.
That can't be possible. Aunt Amiko keeps the kitchen stocked. Did they bring everything into the bakery? Let's go take a look. I head into the kitchen. Everything follows at my heels. The first thing I notice is the bread on the counter. Opening the fridge, I spot the usual staples of meat and vegetables. There's plenty of food here. Evelyn points to the kitchen table.
No, it's empty.
I point to everything in the kitchen. Then what's all this?
They're ingredients to make food, not food.
Then put those ingredients to use. It looks as if I've suggested she eat her arm. There's bread, ham, and cheese. You could have easily made yourself a sandwich. Erin stares blankly.
Make a sandwich?
Yes. She continues to stare at me. Considering her reaction to the sandwich we ate the other morning, I have a strong feeling I know the answer to the question I'm about to ask. Have you ever actually made a sandwich before?
Of course not.
It's easy. All you have to do is grab the bread, make sure that you add any condiments to it, grab your filling, layer them on top.
Hold on.
What?
I'm hearing a whole lot of words coming from you, but don't understand how any of that will cure me of my famine.
I sigh, eyeing back my frustration. If you would listen, then you'd know. She sighs and puts a hand on her hip. Finally. Like I was saying, all you need to do is put the condiments and filling between 2 slices of bread. That's it. Evelyn blinks slowly, her expression remaining flat. You're going to learn. You're going to learn. You're going to learn, okay? I don't care if you're a bloody princess, alright? No. You're going to make your own goddamn sandwich, alright? I don't care if she really doesn't understand what I just said or she's pretending. You're going to have to make the sandwich yourself. No, you don't want... Sorry. No, you don't want to? That's right. I guess you aren't that hungry after all. Her eyes widen.
I haven't eaten all day.
Well, I just told you how to make a sandwich. You should try making one. I cross my arms, remaining firm in my choice. She looks away and flicks her hair in response.
Yes, well, it sounds easy enough. If the simple common folk can do it, then I certainly can as well.
Great. She looks awkwardly at the ingredients. Maybe she really does need more help than that. You know what? All this talk of sandwiches is making me hungry too. I think I'll make one for myself.
Just as long as it doesn't interfere with my royal sandwich.
She watches me closely as I grab the first slice of bread and put it on my plate. Then she mirrors my movements. Evelyn continues to sneak glances my way. I pretend as if I don't notice, but slow down so she can follow how I build my sandwich. As she starts to get the hang of things, I see a smile grow on her face. She watches me spread mayo on one slice of bread and looks curiously at the condiment. Dipping some on the spoon, she tastes it and her face lights up. After adding the last slice of bread, she beams proudly at her creation.
See, it was simple, just as I expected. And look how magnificent it is!
She glances over at my sandwich.
Yours looks acceptable, but doesn't even compare to the sheer perfection that is mine.
Looks is just one part of it. The taste is more important. Evelyn's smile becomes smug.
Oh, I'm not worried about it. I know that mine will taste fantastic.
Oh yeah?
I made sure of it by adding a secret ingredient.
What ingredient?
Mayonnaise!
I blink. That's not a secret. I did mayo too.
Yes, but only on one slice of bread. I added 2 layers of mayo on both slices of bread. If having just a little mayo makes it delicious, then having extra mayo will make it extra delicious.
Well no, because then that can overpower the other flavours. But whatever. I don't think that's how it works. Flips her hair. Her smug smile still in place.
I wouldn't expect a mere peasant like you to understand.
Full of confidence, she holds her sandwich and takes a big bite. Immediately, she freezes. Her eyes grow wide and her smile drops. With great difficulty, she swallows the mouthful.
It's delicious.
She forces down another bite. Offer her your own sandwich. Well, what deliciousness is karma? I admire. I don't wrong. You got to admire. You got to admire the commitment to the bit. Delicious, huh?
Of course.
I watch on with amusement as she continues to make a show of eating the sandwich. It's slow going, but she finally finishes it. That's some dedication just to prove a point. She straightens up a bit.
There was no point to prove. It was very delicious, just as I said it would be, and that's why I ate it all.
Uh-huh.
Now, if you'll excuse me, for entirely unrelated reasons, I'm going to drink a glass of water.
She pours herself a glass and downs it in one gulp. After a moment's pause, she pours herself a second glass and finishes that too. Once we've finished eating, Erin stretches in a wide yawn.
Oh my, well, I'm going to go and rest. I've had such a long day.
A day of what?
I'm nearly starving to death. Trying to just survive takes so much energy.
Every day seems to be a long day for you. She glares at me, putting her hands on her hips.
It's not by choice, I assure you.
I smile in response. If you're ever stuck in a similar situation, at least now you know how to make a sandwich. Her face melts into a proud smile.
Yes, all in a day's work.
She turns to leave. Your plate? Pausing, she briefly glances at it, then flicks her wrist in dismissal.
Oh, yes, I'm done. You can take it away. Good night.
She gracefully exits the room. My gaze goes flat. Next time, I'll have to teach her how to do the dishes. I clear the plates and clean up the kitchen before going upstairs. Mina is still out with her friends, and Aunt Amiko and Uncle Hajime are closing up the bakery. Taking advantage of the quiet, I get started on my homework. I work until I lose focus, and then I browse the internet for a bit, but my eyes struggle to stay open. I get ready for bed. Before long, I'm fast asleep. Alright, I think that's a good stopping point. Alright, yeah, I think that's it. That was pretty good. And then we go here, and then we go here. Alright, well thanks so much for watching everybody. I appreciate you being here. Hopefully that was enjoyable for you. Sorry if I didn't read the narrate as best as I could. I feel like my lines that I spoke were okay, but sometimes when I narrate it was a bit monotone and boring. It wasn't as much. Don't get me wrong, I'm just narrating, right? But there can be feeling and emotion in the narration, right? Not necessarily so much as spoken dialogue. But when I was narrating, I feel like that was a little bit boring and monotone. But it's alright, it's something to work on. But yeah, definitely go give my friend Mon a follow. He was nice enough to stop by, and he's a good friend of mine, and he's a fellow streamer and content creator. He does music production, DJ streams, music production, DJ streams, does guitar streams as well. He plays like a range of games. Most recently, Multiverse, 7 Days to Die, Golf, and a couple of other games. He's a chill streamer. You know, if you just want someone chill to watch, you know, who's not like super energetic, you want someone who's like, you know, genuine, like, you know, like you could go to the pub, have a pint, and, you know, have a little back and forth. You know, that's how I would describe him as a streamer. You know, like he's a chill guy, you know, you can have a back and forth with, and it's not like, you know, it's not going to be like you're watching a VTuber, you know, far from it. But, you know, he's a good streamer, he does good content, so definitely be sure to give him on a watch and a follow. Anyway, that's going to be it for me. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. This has been a subscribe. I hope I've been a source of entertainment to any extent, be that first one, or second, third, fourth, you know, background, audio only. Now, if I've been a source of your entertainment to any extent, I appreciate you being here. Thank you, and give me some of your time. Tomorrow will be more Soulcalibur. Obviously, I've taken like a week off, so hopefully, you know, I can get back to it, and it'll be fine. We'll have to see. But yeah, it should be more combat. It should be Soulcalibur tomorrow, and yeah, that'll be it from me. Hope you have a good rest of your weekend. If you're working this weekend, I hope you're able to find some time to enjoy your weekend. And if I don't see you again, hopefully you have a good rest of your week. Hope you have a good week. Next weekend, obviously, it'll be more Ethereal Enigma, so I won't be streaming Ethereal Enigma until next Saturday and Sunday. So, and I stream 3 days during the week, which is Monday, Tuesday, and Monday, Tuesday, and Friday when I stream during the week. So be sure to tune in then. Subscribe. See you guys later, and have a good one. Bye.